be cool with Melyssa Ford as far as...
I'm not even gonna hold y'all, and I don't give a fuck about what y'all are talking about. I got a rash from this polyester shirt I fucking wore by mistake, and I didn't know this shit was polyester, and I'm not even gonna hold y'all. My back is on fucking fire, and I don't know why the air from my air conditioner not circulating all the way over here. So no crazy shit, no weird shit, y'all. I promise y'all, this is no baiting shit. My back is really on fucking fire right now. Like, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This is where I complain. This is where I talk shit. This is where I argue with people. This is where I talk about real life, everyday shit. This is not a la la land. So if you don't like it, you can get the fuck off the videos. This is my life.
Shout out to Philly, the city that's fucking gritty. Ain't nobody in the city that's really been fucking with me. Got my arms in a knot, career in a dot. Just signed on the line and a nigga won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop, gotta rock.
Hey y'all, what's up? So, welcome back. So today, we are going to be getting into the whole Joe Budden situation. I don't know what just transpired, but I know I was on the internet, and I'm like, I know I gotta give y'all a video. So I just thought, let me type and see what Joe is doing, since I always do Chris Sean, and my Joe Budden content always does good. So I typed it in, and I just so happened to see, of course, Joe Budden has fallen out with Melyssa Ford, and his other co-workers and other people have got in the mix as well. For the light-skinned guy, Ish, or whoever that is, that's karma. Because if you watch my other video, I told y'all the weird shit he did through the DMs and shit. I told y'all that. But, and on my video on top of that. But anyway, so let's get into it. Alright, so this is Joe Budden trashes Melyssa Ford, and Ish exposes Melyssa Ford for not keeping the same energy with Joe Heated. Ish is whack as shit. I'ma just let y'all know that. That's one fucking colorist right there. Y'all can say what y'all want. He's a whole fucking colorist. I just know. Trust me, I just know. Yeah, let's get into it. This is Joe Budden trashes Melyssa Ford, and Ish exposes Melyssa Ford for not keeping same energy with Joe Heated. My whole thing is like, when is it going to be fucking Joe's issue? Like, it seems like it's always never Joe. And I get, sometimes you meet people that try to conspire against you, and it'll be a whole motherfucking pack that'll try to destroy you and lie and shit like that. I believe shit like that does happen, but I just don't believe that shit is happening with Joe Budden, to be honest. But anyway, and for all the people, this is just a forewarning. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. I don't even read comments at this point unless it's somebody that I know or name that pops up. And yeah, you can feel free to comment all you want. If the first 2 words ain't good, it's a wrap. I'm not even looking at the rest. I'm not like all these other weak-minded people. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about, what y'all saying about me, because at the end of the day, y'all could D-I-E. And that's what I mean, that's what I said, that's how I feel, and that's just how I'm feeling today. So let's go ahead and get into the video, and let's see what the fuck Joe got going on.
That's right. On the episode of Joe Budden's Patreon, the brown-eyed bandit, Melyssa Ford found herself in enemy territory. So what we're going to do is break down what happened and get into how she was at odds with the rest of the cast. Now, this whole back and forth happens towards the back end of the episode, and they're talking about the hot tour girl appearing on Bill Maher's show, and how, they're trying to give her a podcast, and Melyssa Ford steps right into it when she says, a big team and production might not even help the hot tour girl become a good podcaster. And then Joe Budden says, some people have a big team in production and still can't be a good podcaster. Now, this was a big deal. This was...
Yeah, because you low-key throwing backhand compliments and shots, and if you got something to say, just say it. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Men from New York, and especially Jersey, like, men from Jersey, I'm not going to say all of y'all weird, but a lot of y'all, not even say weird, a lot of y'all are bizarre. That's number one, and that's no disrespect to Jersey. And 2, New York, I've had some people from New York come down here before, and I've had beef with them for some whole other shit, because we worked at the same job, and they was weird as fuck too. Really didn't stand on shit outside of work. But that's a whole nother story for another fucking time. But yeah, I don't know.
Something that really hit Melyssa Ford hard because it gets real awkward on the cast as everyone thinks Joe Budden is subliminally dissing Melyssa Ford. And he probably was, and it's so apparent that everyone on the show starts giggling, and members of the show subtly acknowledge that Joe just trashed his only female co-host. I mean, it's so obvious that Ford tells the rest of the cast she's sick of their crap. She was really looking upset, really looking hurt, and you can tell, you know, she's in her head a bit about her contribution.
To be honest, I don't really think Melyssa Ford is a bad podcaster, though. Like, to be honest, I liked her on Hollywood Unlocked, if we're being honest.
Into the show. After this, Melyssa Ford is, you know, she takes it out on everybody but Joe Budden, who is the one that made the comment. She starts telling people, I'm sick of y'all.
I mean, I get why she would try to go around it, because she's trying to make her money. And sometimes in this corporate, not even gonna say corporate America world, sometimes in this entertainment world, you gotta be, I'm not gonna say a smidge of fake, but you gotta play along just a tad bit, because those motherfuckers is grimy as shit. But yeah, like, I would see why she would try to go around it. I don't know.
I'm mad, I'm upset, y'all be talking, and then Ish gets in his bag and lets Melyssa Ford know.
Yeah, he's a real fucking prick. I'm gonna just let you know, he's a real prick. And I have bricks in my fucking book bag for people like that. I'm gonna just let you know. If it ever come to it, I'm gonna just let you know. He's a fucking prick. He's arrogant. He's narcissist. He's disgusting overall as a person. He's full of shit. I do not like him at all.
He is fed up and castigates Ford for picking and choosing who she is mad at. In this instance, Ford is mad at the cast when Joe is the one.
But I could see why they would get mad at that you know, she's snapping on them when Joe said it. I could see that part too. I just don't like Ish as a person.
That made the statement. Now it's clear that the reason she is not going back at Joe is because he owns the platform. So she does not have the equity or the stake or the relationship with Joe that maybe, you know, Ish or Ice has in order to get back at him. Ford then weaponizes her femininity and says that she is on an island by herself when counteracting Ish. But Ish doesn't even back down and says the only thing Melyssa Ford has that makes her different is her vagina. The cast then becomes uncomfortable with Melyssa Ford playing to her base by noting how Ish is talking about reproductive rights.
Oh, that is kind of like, what do y'all call it? Sexist? I don't know. Do y'all think that would fall under the category of sexist? I mean, it sounds like it would be some sexist shit, but I don't think Melyssa Ford is a bad interviewer. Like, if you look on Hollywood Unlocked, she had some good interviews with Jason. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. So I mean,
Then this awkward exchange ends with everybody, well, all the men of the show except Ish, getting up and walking around in a circle. Now we have to zoom out and look at this, as I feel like this outlines a lot about what's going on in the show. Melyssa Ford says,
what was the circle part about though? Like, what did the circle part have to do with anything? Are y'all starting to say they was circling her, or you get what I'm saying? Elaborate more. What was them being in a circle about?
she's on an island. So she's saying that, you know, she's on the show and she's the only woman there. So
I mean, at the same time too, you gotta know you was coming into an all-male show. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just that. You knew what it was when you signed up for it, and you knew what they be saying about Joe when they, you know, he be in the news and stuff like that. So I know you don't want to be one of them people that judges somebody off of, you know, what somebody else say, but what somebody else says. But you also have to have precaution as well, because you already know they got a history of doing whatever people been saying they've been doing. Still be open, but be cautious. You get what I'm saying? And some people just get too comfortable and don't be cautious. So yeah,
surrounded by a sea of men. And this has been something she has stated before. Remember in the past where she said that, working with Jason Lee was different because the testosterone of the Joe Budden podcast is a lot more. And then Ish finally is just like, yo, I appreciate you, big dog, but you always complaining about what we do, but Joe Budden is the one that steers the ship, and you never seem to take issue with him. Now, my guess is that Melyssa Ford probably spends a lot of her time calling out people like Flip, Ish, Ice, and others, but Joe Budden skates away scot-free. So she's doing two things, right? She's promoting the patriarchy in some way by not holding the person in the highest power, the man with the highest power, accountable.
I feel like maybe she's trying to go around it to get to her point. But I mean, Ish was right. But I mean, on what he just said. But on the same time, it's like,
while trying to hold those beneath him, to a higher standard than the person that actually calls the shot. But to give Melyssa Ford some bail, I mean, what can she really do in this instance? I mean, she needs this.
I mean, sad to say, I mean, yeah, but I do feel like she has made a name for herself, and I do feel like in situations like this, situations with Joe, you're supposed to go in there, play your part, get the bag, and start to venture off and do your own solo thing. Even if you gotta build your own stuff up, like, I don't know, she could have did a YouTube for makeup or a Patreon, or she could have been on Discord, or, you know what I'm saying? That's when you start building it. Oh, they watching? Bet, oh yeah, and guys just throw it in slightly every, interview or something. Not every interview, but every podcast, or had that be a little intro. Hey, it's your girl Melyssa Ford. I'm the podcast went I'm on all platforms that woo, and it's your girl. You got what I'm saying? Just so Joe don't feel like you promoting something, because his ego is so fucking fragile. But just so Joe don't feel like you promoting something, you should have made that in the mix of your intro, so then you could promote other stuff. So when stuff like this happens, you'll have a leeway out, and they'll still know, okay, boom, boom, boom. And on top of that, you done took some of his followers. And, he gotta have, I know Joe has some female followers that follow the podcast, so it's just like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make strategic with dark, evil, demonic people like them. And not even too much on Joe, because I already know Joe. My whole thing is, when you know somebody is a piece of ish, it's just like, alright, like, I don't really have an issue with Joe, because this is Joe. Joe have showed us. You got what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I can't be too feeling bad for Melyssa Ford, because I feel like Joe has showed us. Joe has showed us multiple times again. Joe has showed us. So you doing all of this after just what happened with Amal and Rory, and Joe has showed us. I don't care what y'all try to say, how many times y'all try to fucking throw it to the side. Joe has showed us.
Needs this. This is probably her biggest check, her most reliable, consistent check. She does not have the ability to lose the job. And if she did, I guarantee you, if Melyssa Ford finds an opportunity to leave this show, she's out of there. She's saying, I'm on an island. That language right there, it's not scripted. This is genuinely how she feels.
Right.
This genuinely is something that she knows is bothering her. And then the rest of the cast, they didn't make it easy on her. They kind of like, yeah, what Joe said might be funny, it might be hilarious. Nobody stood up for her. The only person that seems to be cool with Melyssa Ford, as far as...
I'm not even gonna hold y'all, and I don't give a fuck about what y'all are talking about. I got a rash from this polyester shirt I fucking wore by mistake, and I didn't know this shit was polyester, and I'm not even gonna hold y'all. My back is on fucking fire, and I don't know why the air from my air conditioner not circulating all the way over here. So no crazy shit, no weird shit, y'all. I promise y'all, this is no baiting shit. My back is really on fucking fire right now. Like, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. But for all the people who's returning viewers, like, I'm still trying to stay consistent. I've been, transferring from one job to another. I still have my old job. I'm trying to get back into my career, which was behavioral health. Back in like 2020, Yeah, before the pandemic, I guess, hit, or when it had hit. So yeah, I'm trying to do all that, and y'all, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I've been stressed, and my social meter has been down some. So it's just like, bro, like, yeah, I want to come to y'all when I got some energy and I got something to say. So that's just for the returning viewers. But yeah, I just had to let y'all know. Oh, that feels so much fucking better, bro.
The on-camera dynamics is Imani. And Imani's just kind of... I feel like Imani's coasting. I'll do an episode about him another time, but I feel like Imani's half-stepping a bit. But...
Oh,
yeah,
you feel like he has stuff? Yeah, he don't really say shit. He
As-
really be chilling, sit to the side, be arrogant, nasty, trifling, disgusting. Like, bitch, you don't really fucking add shit to it either. Cause I didn't watch your shit about 1-2 times either. But this is what happened when y'all let light-skinned men feel like, oh, they got the fucking power overall and just bitch. You ain't really stepping on shit. You ain't really saying shit. You ain't really stepping on shit. And Joe, you don't fucking know how to pick co-hosts. You fucking don't. You want the show? Okay. I'm just let you know. You want the show? My comments is open. My comments is open. Let's just say that. I don't give a fuck. Listen, I ain't fucking, what is it called? Begging for a job or anything. But if you want a show, check my stats in the background I come from. I'll give you a show. Me and you will fucking argue on that bitch about people all fucking day. Let's go.
Episode is called The Brown Eyed Bandit on Patreon. And it gave great...
You feel me? You always gotta plug yourself just in case somebody wanna work and do some money shit. You get what I'm saying?
You. I'm up all night on floor 22. Thinking about you. Up all night on floor 22. Up all night on floor 22. Why is it that I make them so sick? Why is it that they be on my dick? Trying to claim Zay like claiming white kids. Broadcast busted banjo white kid.
But I ain't no, it ain't gonna be no Rory and Maul type situation. Listen. Fucking brother doing fucking time for murder and all that 4 years apart. It ain't even that type of thing. I'm letting you know.
Insight into how things are going with Melyssa Ford. With that being said, that's my commentary for this video.
Okay, who was this? This is my first time I reacted to somebody like that. Who is this? The Stop, they got 23.2k subscribers. If anybody over here hasn't seen The Stop, I was going to do another video. Let me see though, because I might need to just wrap this shit up. Rory addresses Joe Budden, calling him out and denies his story. Shammy is fed up with Joe Budden co-host slacking. Says Emily shouldn't ask fans if he... Okay, I'm going to come back and do...
That's right.
Either this is going to be Tuesday, which is today, or it's going to be Wednesday. I'm going to try to make it today, but I'll come back and do the other one with Emmanuel tomorrow, because he's a fucking weirdo. I don't like that, because when we complained about ICE for over a year, Joe never had this energy and would berate the fans for stating he fucking sucks. Mel needs to leave the show because they've played in her face ever since she joined the pod. Is Joe and Ice all act like immature high schoolers when addressing her is weird because they're 40 plus. And the fucking Emmanuel is fucking weird as shit. Like, I'm telling y'all, I'm not going, if y'all go back to the other fucking, YouTube, what was it? It was a YouTube video I made. I think it was my last YouTube video with Joe Budden. And I told y'all, motherfucker, somebody from a fucking doobie page, I know a doobie page when I see a doobie page, somebody from a fucking doobie page slid on my YouTube and commented some shit. And then I peeped, and then I went to who the fuck I thought it was, which I knew who the fuck it was. I went to who the fuck it was, because I knew who I know who the fuck it was. I went in the DM. I said what I said. Yes, I said what I said. I do not give a flying fuck. Don't care. And Emmanuel said something back. And bitch, it's gonna always be fuck you. You arrogant, light-skinned, nasty, trifling, disgusting prick, bitch. You will go choke on dirt, ho. I'll see y'all guys next time.
I still got the rap game in a joke. Shout out to Canada, those are my blokes. Shout out to Canada, those are my blokes. Shout out to Philly, the city that's fucking gritty. Ain't nobody in the city that's really been fucking with me. Got my arms in a knot, career in a dot. Just signed on the line and a nigga won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop, gotta ride my wave. They been talking about Zayden, they been talking for days. You'll be